Hello, Rovers fans, and welcome back. I'm joined by Ryan and Jacob this evening for our final lockdown quiz. Good evening, gents. How are we?
Good, thanks, Joe. Good to be back after my little hiatus at the weekend.
Jacob, how are you?
I'm not too bad, thanks. I'm up for a challenge against Ryan tonight in our 1v1s. More of a challenge than Alex.
Welcome on, guys. Thanks to you who've already joined us, obviously. As you can see, quite a few of you are making your way in. Back to back, I think. No, I assume that is last time's winner, El Scotty, from Twitter, as I know you as. So if you're trying to join the stream, trying to join the quiz, then yeah, like we always tell you, 2 devices is always best. You want to go to www.kahoot.it. And our game pin this evening, which is rolling along the bottom several times, in case you miss it, is 859-8923. That's 859-8923. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a little game of Pointless before we start today, just to let you guys build in. But before we do that, obviously today's winner will be receiving a prize, as you all know by now, from our sponsors 6yardsout.com. And here's a little bit of information about them. And we are proudly sponsored by 6yardsout.com.
The Rovers Chat YouTube channel is proudly sponsored by 6yardsout.com. They've got retro football from every era with mugs, phone cases and much more. They also have plenty of Rovers goods, including apparel with the famous 94-95 season and this season's kit. Check them out using the link in the description below.
Good stuff. Okay, so yeah. Welcome along. The code, as we just said, is rolling along the bottom. If you're just joining us, most of you know the drill by now. You know where to go. It's 859-8923. So, Jacob, Ryan, just before we kick off our viewers' quiz tonight on Kahoot, we're going to do a little round of Pointless. This has been put together by Dan, who runs Rovers Chat. It's an awesome little setup, so we're going to have a bit of fun with it. So yeah, get involved. If you've not seen Pointless before, we're going to give this a go. Basically, we're looking for lowest answers. So it's the opposite to a normal quiz. So I'm going to try and play Alexander Armstrong and Richard Osman tonight, rolled into one. So round 1 tonight, which we're doing first, and we'll do one at the end as well before we reveal our winner for the quiz. Players to score for Rovers under Tony Mowbray. So, Ryan, I'm going to let you go first here. What you're looking for is an answer that will receive a low score. So, we asked many Rovers fans and contributors to Rovers Chat to answer this question. And they all sent their answers in, and basically that builds up a survey. And we're looking for a pointless answer or a low answer. We're going to do 2 rounds of this, and each of you will give 2 answers, and whoever's got the lowest score will win. So, Ryan, who are you going to go for? And tell me a little bit about why you're going for it.
I'm trying to think of goals within that 16-17 season, because I think the season since that stood out, and I'm just trying to think of any memorable goals. Games that I was at. I'm going to go for Tommy Hoban, that last-minute winner against Forest.
Tommy Hoban. Yeah, was that the season that we went down eventually?
Season we went down, yeah.
Right,
Forest away, and he scored that header. Yeah, I was at that one. That's good. It's not too far from me.
So, Jacob, what I'm going to do, Jacob, for the balance of fairness, before we reveal that answer from Ryan, I'm going to get you to tell me what your answer is going to be as well, just so you're both giving your answer before we see how well Ryan scored, because we don't want there to be an advantage to going first or second. So, Jacob, what are you going to go for?
Well, similarly, I'm thinking of someone from the relegation season, because obviously Mowbray was only in charge for, third of that season or so, and obviously it's the longest time ago, so I don't have an answer as good as Ryan's, but I'm going to go with Marvin Emnes, because I know he scored against Wigan. I know he scored against Wigan when it was the only good thing Jason Steele did, really, punting it up to him, and then he took it down and scored that beautiful goal.
So, Rovers fans, by the way, get your comments in, because what we'll do afterwards is we'll see the highest and lowest scoring answers from our pointless quiz. So, from the survey, sorry. So, get in the comments and get at us on Twitter and YouTube and Facebook and stuff. Let us know what you would go for here. So let's just talk a little bit about those two answers. So Tommy Hoban, as we said, joined us for the 2016-17 season. I think that was on a loan deal. Is that right?
I think it was. I think so. And I think he was just around for that season. And I remember being slightly disappointed he didn't stick around with us, given that we just got relegated. And I can't remember the circumstances. I think he might have got a bad injury, actually.
Yeah, he did. I think he was always an injury-prone player, wasn't he? And I think, did he end up in Scotland this year, or was that last
summer? I think so. But I just remember thinking after going down, it was like, I could have done with someone like him. But yeah, it just didn't turn out, did it?
Okay, so what we're going to do, I think we're ready to give this a go. So, Ryan, you're going for Tommy Hoban. Let's have a look. Is it a pointless answer? Let's see.
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay. Is it correct first? I think we know that it will be. Here we go. It's on its way down. How far down will it go? The lower the better, of course. Still going. 10. 10 is a really good start there, Ryan. Are you happy with that score?
Yeah, I am actually. That's good. I like that.
Nice. We've got a few comments rolling in just before we move on to Jacob's score. Daniel Davies Golf says Jason Lowe. Was Lowe still here? Was he?
I think he might have been for the relegation season.
Just about, yeah.
Whether he scored, I'm not sure.
Hope Akpan, he reckons that'll be pointless. Right, Jacob, what was your answer again? Remind everybody.
Marvin Emnes. I've got
Marvin Emnes. Let's have a look. What was the answer for Marvin Emnes?
Ooh.
Doubt it.
Correct. Let's see how low it goes. We've reached down to 40, 30, 25. So, round one, Ryan, you're slightly in the lead. I'm going to take your guys' second answer now. Ryan, you're currently on 10. If you can get within 15, then Jacob will require a pointless answer to win. So you've got 10 on the first round, 15 or below, and I think you could be in for a win here. What are you going to go for your second guess?
I'm torn between two, either another from that relegation season or one from the League One season. I'm going to go for the relegation season again. I'm going to go Danny Guthrie.
Danny Guthrie. Okay, let's have a look. Is Danny Guthrie a correct answer? Is it a pointless answer? 15 or below would force Jacob into a pointless.
Ooh.
Below 50, below 30. Oh, it's 13. Ryan, that puts you on 23. Is that right? Having got 10 in the first round. So, Jacob, pretty much doesn't matter what you do here. Ryan's going to have won. But let's see if you can try and get yourself a pointless answer.
Didn't realise Danny Guthrie had actually scored. Do you remember when that happened, Ryan?
Brentford away, in my memory.
Final day of the season. I was toiling with that one because I thought people might remember it being on Sky and stuff. But I'll tell you my other answer in a minute and we'll see how low he was. Right,
well, I was initially going to go for Casey Palmer, but I feel like there's no point doing that now. So I may as well just go for a punt.
I think that'll be quite low.
I do think that would be quite low, but I think I may as well just go for a punt on Paul Downing.
That was the other one I was toying up with.
Yeah, I thought I feel like he probably would have got a goal. So
he did.
Oh, he did. Right.
Okay, let's have a look.
Oh,
wow, that's a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. Jacob, Ryan has definitely beaten you there. I think we can have a little bit of a look now at the high scoring and lowest scoring. So yeah, Bradley Jack, Danny Graham, Adam Armstrong, high scoring. Casey Palmer would have given you 4. Would have done. Ryan, pretty impressive. Obviously, Tommy Hoban, you went for, was down there on one of the lowest scoring answers. So yeah, I think Jacob, if you'd gone for Casey Palmer first time round, it would have been a pretty interesting game. Okay, let us know how you did at home. Did you guess Casey Palmer, Harrison Reed, Tosin Adarabayo, Tommy Hoban? And yeah, we'll try and find out from the gods above where Hope Akpan did rate and whether that was a pointless answer or not. And the same with Jason Lowe. For those of you who got involved in our comments, just for the sake of bringing you some Rovers related news, as we always try and keep you updated, here at Rovers Chat. Sad news this evening coming from Rich Sharp is that Ryan Nyambe has had to pull out of the Namibia side with an injury. He's got himself injured in the warm-up and has been replaced in the side. He's going to fly home, have a COVID test, and be assessed by the medical team. But yeah, so that's not awesome news. Just as Bradley Dack has a great day coming back and getting ready to play some under-23s games, we look like we might be set to lose Ryan Nyambe. So just letting you guys know. Yeah, so I've heard from the gods above, Hope Akpan and Jason Lowe were both incorrect, didn't score goals under Tony Mowbray. So there you go.
Downing was Blackpool away, Jacob. So I think
Yeah.
a lot of people might remember that one because quite a few.
And I think also there was a Paul Downing goal in the cup against Lincoln in the 4-1 home win. I think it was Paul Caddis who played it back, and Downing with a striker's finish right into the bottom corner. I think that was one of my favourite goals from the season. Two very unlikely players to link up. Yeah.
Palmer scored in that game as well, didn't he?
Yeah, Palmer got a free kick. I think Joe Nuttall with the first, and a Danny Graham goal as well. So, yeah. So we've got a few people coming into the quiz now. Do us all a favour, please, if you've not already, retweet, like, share, get more people involved. We'll tell you a little bit about tonight's quiz. We've got 30 questions. Winner tonight will receive a £20 voucher. We will also have other prizes. We'll let you know what's happening throughout the night. We'll do another round of Pointless before we finish and reveal the answers and reveal the winners, of our quiz. We've got 15 so far. We reckon we're waiting on a few more people. We usually end up with more than that. And we've still got a few people coming in, just risen to 16, 17. So we're just going to quickly have a little bit of a chat about Luton on Saturday before we do start. Time's currently 7:31 where we are, so we'll give it another 5 or so minutes before we get going. If you want to go make yourself a brew, get yourself ready, do a little bit of last-minute research before we start, you're welcome to do so. So, Jacob, just looking ahead to Saturday, obviously we'll cover all this on our pre-match stream, as we often do. And if you haven't joined us for a pre-match stream, do. We cover everything. We go over the team news and we talk tactics and statistics and everything. So, Jacob, looking forward to Saturday with the news that we're probably not going to have Ryan Nyambe. How are you feeling about the game? Are you confident heading into it?
I did say in our last match review, I had a inductee to the Hall of Fame, was it, or something like that, with we'll smash Luton and Barnsley. So because I feel like those are the teams this season that we've gone and we've smashed them this season, and we haven't let them have a look in. So no, I am looking forward to the game. We generally play better away from home than at home this season. So, and I think Ryan Amber being out is going to be a miss, but Joe Rankin-Costello was doing really well at left back, obviously on his left foot. So, we've got Brian Douglas and Amari Bell back, so it should be fine for Joe Rankin-Costello.
And I think Douglas and Bell also both played 45 minutes today against Sheffield United behind closed doors. So hopefully we will have a left back for the game as well. I suppose the toss-up will be Williams or Wharton. Ryan, what do you think? Do you think Wharton's done well enough to stake a claim for that spot, or if he's ready to go, does Williams or Ayala replace him?
Yeah, I think he'll go for Williams or Ayala. I don't think Wharton's done anything wrong per se, and he's looked good when he's come in. But I think Mowbray's one who, he likes the players that he trusts, and I just get the sense he trusts Derek Williams quite a lot, which is quite ironic given the summer of transfer activity that there was. I think he's someone he can rely on. So, yeah, I think he'll go for Williams actually over Ayala. I think he'll ease Ayala back in, particularly with the games that come fast.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be an interesting season. I think we're heading into a big string of games now. It's going to be Saturday, Tuesday, Sunday, Wednesday for quite a strong period. Obviously, we're going to be boosted by Bradley Dack's return, and Thomas Kaminski's obviously back in net. Now, Thursday is the day when all the COVID tests occur. Brockhall's been on a bit of a lockdown and staff have been sent home and stuff to try and help with that. If we lose anybody late, obviously that's going to be a bit of a dilemma. Out of the players that we've got available, Jacob, which of those players would it just be the worst to lose on Thursday before the game? Who would be the last person you'd want?
I think that's an obvious answer. I think that's Adam Armstrong, most definitely. That game against Middlesbrough, we just lost up front, didn't we? Just had no attacking threat all game, and then Adam Armstrong comes back against the game against QPR, and it's just totally different. We look like a totally different side, and you know the missed chance from Gallagher and Brereton just sums up that how much we miss him when he isn't in our team. He puts that away every day.
Okay, so guys, we're going to make a start now. If you've not yet joined us, we'll give you a couple of seconds. We're up to 19 now. You need to head to www.kahoot.it or download the Kahoot app, and the game pin is 8598923. We've got 30 questions for you. We've got prizes, etc., etc. So we're going to make a start on our final lockdown quiz. Okie dokie. So thank you to everyone who's joined us. We will get through all of your funny and interesting names. I can already see a few on there. Let's make a start with our quiz for the evening. Okie dokie, here we go. So first question, how many of the Rovers squad, anyone with a squad number this season, picked up a senior international cap? So how many of the Rovers squad, which is anybody with a squad number this season, picked up a senior international cap? So you've got four options here, 6, 7, 8, or 9. How many of the current Rovers squad, anybody with a squad number for this season, has picked up a senior international cap? 6, 7, 8, or 9. Ryan, Jacob, have you got answers? Ryan, what have you gone for there out of those answers? And are you confident?
So I'm delaying my answer so that we give everyone a chance. I can think of 5, which is obviously the wrong answer. So I now need to pluck some others out of the air from somewhere to answer this. So I might be going 6 on the basis that I can't name any more than 5, just if there's someone I'm struggling.
And Jacob?
Yeah, I'm on the similar wavelength here. I'm just trying to think whether there's any lads who are in like the under 23s who play for obscure nations. I can think of one off the top of my head. But obviously if they have a squad number, this is included in this number, isn't it? So
Yeah, that's very true. We've got quite a few of your answers in already. If you've not yet answered, try and answer for us. The quicker everybody gets their answer in, the quicker we can get through the quiz and find a winner. And so if you've not answered, you've not got long to do so do that. I don't know what I would go for here myself, to be honest. Senior international caps. It's a difficult one. Like you say, you're looking at people from ambiguous nations, aren't you?
So I've got Lenihan Williams, Evans, Barry Douglas,
Nyambe.
Yeah, Nyambe. And then I was thinking either left. It could be 7 because I think left field. It could be Holtby and Ayala, for example.
Well, the answer is actually 8, and only one person has managed to get that right. 12 of us went for 6. Here's all the answers. Of course, Charlie Mulgrew. Barry Douglas, of course. Holtby, Evans, Downing, Williams, Nyambe, Lenihan. So 8 was the answer. One of us got that right, which means that one person will be sat on points at the top of our leaderboard and everybody else is going to be below. Let's see who's managed it. BRFC, whoever you are, and do by the way, guys, come in the comments. Let us know who you are. We all do fun names and stuff, but we do like to know who's who. So let us know who you are, BRFC. Remember, £20 voucher for the winner tonight. So yeah, hot off the press, BRFC is on the move, and
Good question, that Joe. Good question.
Else. I'm liking the Namibia for AFCON name there as well. That's a great one. Okay, next question. Okay, solve this anagram. I'm not going to read that out. You'll have to look at that yourself. Solve the anagram that's there on the screen. Again, the quicker you solve this and get it in, the more points you are going to get. A little bit like Countdown this now with the conundrum. Obviously, all of the anagram type questions, because there'll be a few throughout the evening, all of them are going to be Rovers related in some way. It could be anything. It could be a stadium, a player. It could be a staff member. It could be anything that's Rovers related. So yeah, I'm not going to read out the anagram, but there you go. It's obviously one and then two, so 2 words. It's separated for you. So the quicker you can get your answer in on this, which 11 of you have already done, the more you are going to score if you manage to get it right. Ryan, have you got an answer?
Yeah, and it came up straight away. Like, it's just one of them anagrams you could see. So I've just typed my answer in now on 60 seconds.
Nice. Jacob?
I've got mine completely wrong because I put Ben Brereton and there's not 2 B's there.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear indeed. Well, that's
Also,
breaking news for everybody at home. It's not Ben Brereton, I can assure you of that. Oh, dear, Jacob. That is not a good start. That's going to be 2 wrong from 2. And with a slightly shorter quiz, you're giving yourself a lot to do here.
I've had a mare there, haven't I?
I'll give everyone another clue as well. It's not Bradley Dack. There's no A.
Dear.
So with these, is it the first name is 5 and then the second's however letters? It's not like just all mixed up, is it? I think.
Say that again. Sorry, Jacob.
No, just with the first name is 5 letters. Then is that the way it is?
Yeah. So this is 2 words. It's separated for you.
Right. Okay. Right.
Connection. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, it was Brett Emerton was the correct answer, of course. Oh,
It's just saying that the game's been locked, so I can't reconnect.
yeah, everybody's got the same issue. Everybody seems to be locked out. Okie dokie. Just give us a second, guys. Just a small connection error. Okay, the Kahoot should be unlocked. If you've been locked out, just enter the code again. It's 859-8923. If you've timed out, that's just a connection error on our end. Rejoin using the same code as before should get you straight back in. We'll just give you a few seconds to do that. Just a connection error on our end.
Yeah, I think you have to use a different name as well. I've just been asked to do that. So I've gone for Decanant.
That's sacrilege.
Shocking. I wonder if we'll miss I'm a Celebrity tonight. I think it's on a little bit later. Obviously, for this quiz, you know, they just delayed it slightly so that we could get this done and dusted.
I've just got some cracking English on here. I'm apparently in 0th place. A 0 with a TH. 0th. Interesting.
Okay, guys, code's rolling along the bottom. 859-8923. Rejoin, resort it. We'll get going in a bit. If you have to change your name, we definitely do apologise. If you had an amazing name and you now have to use a different one, you're going to have to try and think of something funnier. We, of course, have Corporation Pop there in fourth, which is brilliant. If that name's been lost, oh well, let's think of something even better. Let us know in the comments, guys, if you've rejoined, because we can't see if you've rejoined or not. So just let us know if you've managed to get back in, and if you have, then we can move on to the next question. So just let us know as soon as you can, and then we'll move forwards. Okay, Byram says he's rejoined. Just wait and see what everybody else says. Hopefully, most of you have managed to make your way back in. So what will have occurred, just because of the connection problem, is everybody will have lost their score for the first two. So this will just be a 28-question quiz now. No problem. Most of you are letting us know that you're back in. So we are going to move on to the next question. If we notice that that not everybody's managed to make it back in, then we'll reassess from there. We'll just have a look at the next question. Let us know if it pops up on your screen properly. Okay. Who has scored more goals in the Championship across their career? Bradley Johnson or Adam Armstrong? If you're still getting yourselves back into the quiz, the code's at the bottom, 8598923. Sorry about that little technical issue. This will be a 28-question quiz. Who has scored more goals in the Championship across their career? Bradley Johnson or Adam Armstrong? So, Ryan, Jacob, obviously you'll be delaying your answers on the actual quiz itself, but have you any early thoughts on who you think this is going to be?
I'm tempted by Bradley Johnson, just thinking about 10 seasons in the Championship as he had about. If he's had 4 goals a season, which is quite modest for a midfielder, that's 40 goals. And I don't think Armstrong's as high as that, is he? So that's my thought process. That's kind of how I've gone.
Yeah. Okay. Jacob?
No, this is a really good, because obviously it's he's a midfielder, but he's been in the Championship a hell of a long time now. But Armstrong's really stepped up his game since Dak got injured, hasn't he? So, he scored 15 or so last season, and he's already on, was it 12, 13 this season? Something like that.
Yeah, I think he's on 12 for the season. Might be 13 in all comps. Ryan, you were bang on, by the way. Bradley Johnson has scored 40 goals on the dot in his Championship career, which might help people make their decision there. Looking healthy on the numbers, so I'm pretty sure everyone's managed to rejoin us. BRFC, whoever you are, at the end of the quiz, we will add 900 to your score. So if you are second and only behind by 800, you will get that W, mate, because you did manage to get that question right where everybody else went wrong. So we'll add the 900 on at the end if it's going to mean anything for the prize. And do let us know who you are as well. The only one of our participants. So the answer was Bradley Johnson with 40. Adam Armstrong was behind by just 1 with 39.
Wow.
So really difficult one there. Yeah, tight. Just 1 away. Hi, Verim Rover. Greetings from Munich. Greetings to you too. Looks like BRFC has managed to retain his score from before. So good stuff for him. Didn't manage to get booted out, which is awesome. So leading the way, of course. Byram in second. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, so order these players by the amount of senior international caps they have picked up. We're going largest to smallest here. So order these players by the amount of senior international caps they have picked up. So we had a question before, obviously 8 players who've got a squad number at Rovers. Ignore the spelling mistake on Darrell Lenihan. That's just a spelling mistake. It is Darrell Lenihan. There isn't a mysterious player called Darrell Lennison. So yeah, we're looking for largest to smallest, so the most caps to the least caps. for their international side. Jacob, have you any early thoughts on this?
My early thoughts are I'm wrong because I've done it from smallest to largest.
Oh, Jacob.
Lucky mistake, not read the question properly.
Did you get the last question right?
No, I've not got one right yet.
Oh, 4 in, and Jacob's having a mare. Ryan, as we approach 60, I'm sure you're locking your answer in. What have you gone for?
So I'm going to hit send now. I've gone Barry Douglas largest because I can see him making a few appearances for Scotland. Then Holtby, I think he had a little period where he might have just made that Germany squad. Lenihan, I don't think's played too many times for Ireland. I'm not sure between Lenihan and Nyambi, but I've gone Lenihan then Nyambi. But it could be the other way around.
I don't know about Douglas. I don't know how many games for Scotland he actually played. I don't know.
I don't feel like he played too many because of Robertson.
And Tierney
I was
as well
thinking more
in recent years.
Tierney, yeah. I was maybe thinking before that.
And Lewis Holtby, obviously, he kind of got in the squad around 2010, didn't he, weren't it?
So I think if I was answering this question, and to be fair, I don't actually know the answer, but I feel like they're all going to be low because Nyambe didn't really declare properly for Namibia until 2018, 2019, so he's going to be low, but Barry Douglas, I really don't think has played much for Scotland. Okay, so we've got the answer in. 6% have managed to get this right, which is really low. So let's have a look at the correct answer. So Nyambe was the highest with 6. Holtby, second highest with 3. Darragh Lenihan with 2. And Barry Douglas in last place with 1, as I suspected. Does that surprise you, Ryan?
It does actually. I thought he might have just made a couple of sneaky ones before Robertson, as Jacob said. So yeah, quite surprised.
Yeah. BRFC again, whoever you are, let us know who you are. Top of the leaderboard on 3295. A quick answer there as well, seemingly. Next question. Finish the sequence. Brian Hodge, Matt Irwin, Tom Kearney, and whom? Daniel Butterworth, Casey Palmer, Joe Rankin Costello, Jordan Easton. Finish the sequence. Brian Hodge, Matt Irwin, Tom Kearney, Daniel Butterworth, Casey Palmer, Joe Rankin Costello, or Jordan Easton. Ryan, have you got any idea what this sequence is referring to?
I think I do. I'm not going to say what the sequence is so that no one Googles. So I'm just trying to decide which out of the two it is.
Jacob, do you know what the sequence is?
I've not got a clue. So I'm presuming another one wrong.
Oh dear. Yeah. Does anybody know what this sequence is referring to? If you do know, it's going to make this a lot easier. I obviously know. Quizmaster. Benefits of.
Put my answer in now. I've done it. Do you want me to tell you what I think?
Yeah, tell me what you've gone for. There's 4 options there, so hopefully you won't be influencing anybody too hard.
I've gone for Casey Palmer. I think, and I hope I've got this right, I think it's to do with the number 45.
Right, okay. So squad number, are you talking?
Yeah, sorry, squad number 45, yeah. I remember Kearney having number 45, so I'm hoping there was no one with number 45 between Kearney and Casey Palmer, but I don't know where Rankin Costello fits. That's my only bother.
Yeah, okay. So given that we've got quite a few answers in, you are kind of right along the lines of this being to do with the number 45. Every player available here definitely has some reference to it. It's a little bit about order, though. So it's who came first, after Hodge, Irwin, Kearney, and then who. So, yeah, this is a difficult one, and we're about to find out. Correct answer, of course,
Butterworth.
Daniel Butterworth. And one of us has managed to get that right. Yeah, number 45, he certainly was. He got a squad number. He wore the 45 shirt. Palmer and Easton also number 45. So current number 45 is Jordan Easton, goalkeeper. And yeah, Dan Butterworth's 45 was in the Checker Trade Trophy, 17-18. Yeah. So there you go. Okay, next question. Who is on the far right of this picture from Rovers promotion at Doncaster? It's going to reveal slowly. The quicker you answer, the more points you're going to score. Who is the furthest right player? Who is on the far right of this picture from Rovers promotion at Doncaster? The quicker we answer, the more points we're going to get. One person's gone for it. One person said, I know who it is. I know the picture. Who's it going to be? The quicker we answer, the better. Okay. Okay, so we can see the picture now. I think 2 people went for it before being able to see the whole thing. Now, to be fair, this is a pretty famous image for Rovers fans. This picture was everywhere at the time that we got promoted, but even myself, who definitely had this picture somewhere on the phone, wouldn't remember who was on the far right. So if you've gone for it and shown the balls to just guess, and you get it right, then fair play to you.
We just put in surname.
Oh, that's a really good question. We'll send that one up to the gods and see what answer we get. Either or, you can go for last name or both names should give you the right answer. Quite a few answers scrolling in now. This is one of my favourite types of questions because nobody can be naughty and open up a Google tab and try and cheat their way. And we usually find out who's cheating when they're getting every question right. But these types of questions. And if you are using Google to try and win a fun little quiz between friends, then shame on you. As per. Okay, about 15 seconds left. We all know, of course, who the answer is now. I don't think that needs to be discussed. How quickly did you manage to get it, gents?
I did it after 60 seconds again, and I'm hoping that the gods that be accept the fact that I put Richard rather than Richie.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if you're going to get that.
Come on.
Those are the answers you could have had. You could have had King of Ewood, Smallwood, R. Smallwood, Richie Smallwood. But Richard Smallwood is just simply not allowed, Ryan.
Disgraceful.
It's, well, yeah. I mean, you're definitely putting the gods above on the naughty list there. All Rovers age happy place and John Pearson make their way into the top 5. BRFC didn't pick up points there. Interesting. Double points for this question. Order these by number of appearance under Tony Mowbray at Rovers. Jacob, largest to smallest, okay? We've got Danny Graham, Elliot Bennett, Ryan Nyambe, and Adam Armstrong. I'll repeat the question. Order these players by number of appearances under Tony Mowbray at Rovers. Most appearances to least appearances here. So I've obviously got the answer in front of me because Perks of being the quizmaster as per usual. And I can tell you that this is close. So these players are not a million miles away from each other. They're all pretty tight, and this is not going to be an easy one. Obviously, Tony Mowbray's span from summer of 16-17 through the League One season in 17-18, first year in the Championship 18-19, and then the 10-bet season 19-20 before this season that we're currently in. So think about players that have played that whole time, maybe injuries, things like that. Ryan, have you gone for an order yet, just as you look to cash your answer in, and are you confident with it?
I have, and I'm also looking at something that says Richard Smallwood is an English professional footballer who plays for Hull City. So I'm not bitter or anything, but, you know.
Yeah, I think it's one of them, Ryan, where you're just going to have to deal with it, mate.
I have gone for an order.
Go on, then.
I've gone, here, let me lock it in. I've gone Bennett, Graham, Armstrong, Nyambe is my order that I've gone for.
Okay. And is there any reasoning behind Bennett at the top there?
Just because he's had a few games this season where Danny Graham hasn't is literally the reason.
Yeah. Yep, fair enough. And Jacob?
I went Danny Graham at the top, but I feel like I might be wrong with that because obviously he didn't play too much during the relegation season. He was interchangeable with Zhao, Gallagher and Emnes, weren't he? And also obviously last season he didn't play too much either. I feel like I may have gone wrong with that.
Okay, so the correct answer was Elliot Bennett, who was on 145. Danny Graham in second on 142. Adam Armstrong in third on 129. And Ryan Nyambe on 125. 17% of us managed to get that right, with 83% going wrong. let's have a look at how that's affected the leaderboard. Is BRFC still top? He is, but no points. So Old Rover Asia makes his way into second. Maybe female. If I've said his and it's not, let me know. Happy place. Ryan, you're in the leaderboard and nobody can accuse you of being there because of the delay issue, because you're delaying your answers by a solid 60 seconds, and Byram makes up fifth. We'll move on to the next question. How many current or former Rovers players played at the African Cup of Nations in 2019? How many current or former, that's the key point here, or former Rovers players played at the African Cup of Nations in 2019? Was it 1, 2, 3, or 4? Now, this is not easy because I'm pretty sure not many of us watched the African Cup of Nations. To be fair, I did find myself the other day watching Gibraltar San Marino to see how Louis Ainsley was getting on, who's an under-23s player at Rovers. And Louis Ainsley, if anybody's seen him before, he's 6'3", maybe 6'4", to be honest. Massive centre half. He's just a centre back, and he's a big head the ball away. Well, Gibraltar had him playing in a box-to-box midfield role. It was just dreadful, and they couldn't get a goal. A 0-0 with San Marino. Really poor. So maybe I should be watching Namibia instead. Maybe I should be watching African nations, because I tuned into Gibraltar and that was just not a good idea in the end. I don't know if anybody else has ever watched Louis at under 23s level, but for me, the idea of him playing as a box-to-box midfielder is just ridiculous. He was at points, the furthest forward player on the pitch in the Chris Samba striker role from defence. Very entertaining. Jacob, what have you gone for here?
I've gone for 2 because I know Ryan Amber definitely played, but I'm banking on maybe someone like Mama Biram Diouf maybe getting a game for whatever country he's from. I couldn't really think of any other players who are from Africa who we had who would get in there, like a Benny McCarthy or an El Hadj Diouf maybe. I presume they've retired, haven't they? So.
Yeah. Ryan, what have you gone for?
Well, I couldn't get Shabani Nonda and Chris Samba out of my head, but I went for 2, also Nyambi, but I was thinking Rudiger Stead rather than Mama Biram Diouf, but actually I think Mama Biram Diouf is a better shout.
2's the right answer. Mama Biram Diouf isn't the better shout, actually. The correct shout, I wonder if anybody can get this before I say it, it's Bengali Fode Koita. He's the other player on this list, along with Ryan Nyambe.
Has he featured in every quiz we've had now?
I think he has, and Bengali, if you want to get involved, mate, you could win the mug. I can't remember what kit number he wore, but yeah. So 6 of us go right, 6 go wrong with 3, 3 go wrong with 4, and 2 go wrong with 1. My brain fries when I say things out loud like that. Mental. 3 go wrong with 4, and I feel like I'm on Rachel Riley's assistant or something like that. I've been loads of different hosts from different game shows tonight so far. Okay, so let's move on. Let's have a look. Has it affected the leaderboard? BRFC manages to maintain top spot, going right there. And again, Ryan, and we know you're delaying your answers, you're up into 3rd, mate. So it's knowledge only that's keeping you there. Are you pretty happy with your spot?
Yeah, I'm proud, and I'd be top, wouldn't I, if I was allowed to have Richard Smallwood, which is his actual name. So it'd be good.
Who am I? I'm a former Rovers player who's played with Nemanja Matic, Tom Kearney, and Albert Adoma. This is a difficult one, guys. I personally wrote this question under the guise of, can we think of a difficult one? So this shouldn't be easy. Now, this is not going to be easy to get. So this player has played with the following players: Nemanja Matic, Tom Kearney, and Albert Adoma. So think about the clubs that those players have played for. Now, this is a former Rovers player. And a clue for sure is that this is a player that's played for Rovers between 2010 and 2020. It's recent. It's not particularly old, but I think the names on the list would tell you that as well. For this particular question, this player played with these other players senior, at a senior club and not for a youth team. Ryan, Jacob, are you stumped with this one, or have you got some early thoughts?
pretty stumped.
I'm just thinking Matic, as far as I know, has only played for Chelsea and United. So
yeah, I think that's the in, isn't it? That's definitely the in where I'm sitting. And I suppose Kearney, you've got Hull, Rovers, and Fulham. Obviously, we've got national teams to throw into the mix as well that they could have played with, or Olympic teams, but I really don't think that's going to be relevant here. No, we're not counting things like Soccer Aid and all that kind of stuff. We're not going that far, because then we're saying that, you know, Lee Mack has played with JJ Okocha, and that's just stupid. So 12 seconds. Not many of us have got an answer in here. I feel like I'm going to stump somebody. Whoever does get this right, fair play to you if you do manage to get it. I'm looking forward to revealing the answer and the connections. Of course, you should have known the correct answer was Todd Kane. Nobody managed to get it. Todd Kane played with Nemanja Matic at Chelsea, as you referenced, Jacob. Played with Tom Kearney at Rovers and currently plays at QPR with Albert Adoma. We played them recently. He hit the post. Nobody managed to get it. It doesn't affect the leaderboard. I am glad I've stumped everybody. Next question.
Adoma played that day as well, didn't they? So
it certainly did. Which two players were the last to play for England whilst contracted to Rovers? So we're talking about players that played for England, not just getting called up, played for England. So obviously, last time round, Frank Fielding was the correct answer for a call-up, but we're talking which two players were the last to play for England whilst contracted to Rovers? They played in the same game. That's a little clue for you. So pick two from your options below. We've got Stephen Warnock, David Dunn, Paul Robinson, and David Bentley. Jacob, any early thoughts on this one?
This is a bit before my time, so it's a bit of a guess, to be honest with you. But yeah, pretty much just a guess.
And what have you gone for?
I've gone for Robinson and Dunn, just banking on the fact that you said, that they played together in the same game. I don't know. So
okay, Ryan, what are you thinking?
I don't think it's Robinson and Dunn, because I think Dunn's cap was 2002 or 2001 against Portugal, and Robinson was at Leeds at that point. So I don't think that's right. But I'm thinking Robinson and Warnock. I just can't. I know Bentley played for the under-21s. I'm just trying to remember his appearance for the senior side. Maybe he did. Maybe Warnock and Bentley. Oh, God, I'm absolutely torn on those three. I don't think it's David Dunn.
Yeah, as you say, I think Dunn only made one appearance for the senior side, which really is criminal given how good he was. But I think it was a tough side to break into, and he was just a bit unlucky with that timing. Yeah, I think his appearance was a bit earlier, like you say, so it probably is out of the other three. 14 of you have got your answers in. We've got 20 seconds left, so if you've not yet answered, I would get an answer in soon if you want to climb the leaderboard. BRFC is currently in top. We do want to find out who you are. BRFC, let us know. We like to put names to names, and we like to find out because it's much better for us to sort the prizes at the end. And of course, we want to know who the best quizzer is. The answer was Stephen Warnock and David Bentley. Ryan, your reasoning was right. So Robinson and Dunn, like you said, Dunn was a lot earlier, and Robinson and Dunn didn't play together. It was Warnock and Bentley, and they played together in a game against Trinidad and Tobago on the 1st of June, 2008.
Yeah.
There you go. 9 of us go right with Warnock, 11 of us go right with Bentley, 10 wrong with Robinson, 4 wrong with Dunn. Has it affected the leaderboard? It certainly has. Older Bloke 1 makes his way into 4th. Happy Place, which, by the way, guys, if you're not watching I'm a Celebrity this year, which is set in a castle in Wales, Jordan North, Radio 1 DJ, is a Burnley fan. And he's referenced it several times. But luckily, he threw up 10 minutes into the show. He's been voted to do 2 trials already, and he's just making an absolute plonker of himself. So that's quite entertaining. And Happy Place is a reference to that. Great name, mate. Who currently wears the number 19 shirt? Quick question now. We want to type an answer. The quicker we can answer this question, the more points we're going to get. Who currently wears the number 19 shirt? Ryan, don't tell me, but do you think you know it?
No.
No.
I don't think I do. No.
Jacob, Ryan often knows a little bit more about older history than you, so can you get the current affairs? Do you know the answer?
I feel like I know who wore it last season.
That's where I am.
Yeah, I'm banking on it being the same person this season.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think it is that person, Jacob. I think I saw what his squad number is.
Yeah,
The
I have a
serious
feeling
person we're referring to is Stuart Downing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he 6?
He is number 6 this year, which
Yeah.
is a silly number for him. But unfortunately, somebody took the number from him. And we're obviously looking for you to let us know who that somebody is. 10 answers already in. I think you'll kick yourselves when you see this.
I am going to kick myself when I see it. So I need to just dredge my brain.
I think one of the problems you've got as well is even if you figure out the answer, you're going to be delayed. So you're not going to pick up as many points as somebody who got it straight away.
Well, I've already said Stuart Downing, so really not going well for me today.
I've gone John Buckley now, but I don't think that's right.
John Buckley.
Hmm.
Yeah, that feels...
I was just racking my brain for
feels
someone
right.
who I've not seen much this season. It's got to be someone who's not standing out for whatever reason.
I think you're going to kick yourself, mate.
I am. If you say anyone like Harvey Elliott or Ben Brereton, I'm going to walk.
I feel like it's going to be.
And the answer is, of course, Tom Tribal. If you'd like to kick yourselves now, guys.
That's not
when you
too
said
bad.
Harvey Elliott, I'm thinking, come on, you know. Wow, only 3 of us go right. Obviously, a lot of us must be thinking that Stuart Downing commands his number. Dunn was onside. What a great name. Minus an E, but we'll ignore it. Moves into 4th. Love that. Yeah, Stuart Downing was wrong, guys. It's Tom Tribal. And yeah, as we said, Stuart Downing's been given the number 6 shirt for the season. Okay, solve this anagram. I'm not going to read out the wording on this. Have a look at it for yourself. The quicker you can answer, the more points you are going to get. I'll give Jacob and Ryan a few seconds to look at it.
Your anagrams are just talking to me tonight, Joe. I've not
They're
hit
not my
send yet.
anagrams. They're from the gods above. So
Good anagrams. I've not hit submit yet in the interest of fairness and honour.
I think as it is, it kind of looks like some kind of Scandinavian player, you know. Minad John.
Minad Sojon.
You know, that kind of sounds like a left back from Sweden or something.
He's on number 19, isn't he? That's what my answer was.
Jacob, do you know it?
I feel like I've got it, yeah.
Okay.
I think that one was a bit easier than the last one for me.
Of course, these are usually Rovers related. Evening to you as well, Dan Woods. Thanks for joining us. If you're not in on the quiz, get involved. I think it's unlocked. You probably won't win from this stage, but you may as well play along if you're not already there. So yeah, thanks for joining us. Leo Jefferson guessed Wes Brown on the Todd Kane question. And no, he didn't play with a Doma. It was Todd Kane. BRFC as well, the guy that's winning. Get in the comments if you're on YouTube or Twitter or whatever. Let us know who you are. We like to know who's winning so we can give you a bit of a shout out. El Scotty in the comments, he won last time. I've forgotten what your name was now, mate. You'll have to remind us. Okay, about 20 seconds left on this one. 13 answers in so far. I think these anagram questions are stumping people a little bit, even though Ryan and Jacob, by and large, have done quite well with them. You definitely confident, Ryan?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Good stuff. Okay, 5 seconds left. Okay, the correct answer was Damian Johnson. 13 of us have managed to get Damian Johnson correct. Dunn was onside on a bit of a hot streak now. The top 5 stays as it was. Ryan, Jacob, did we get that right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome stuff. True or false, Brad Friedel holds the record for the most appearances as a goalkeeper for Rovers. True or false? Brad Friedel holds the record for the most appearances as a goalkeeper for Rovers.
Oh, that was a quick one.
Oh dear. Is that a glitched question or something? Okay. Apologies for that questions, guys. Dan Woods says no, he's skiving in work. Well, Dan, thanks for joining us and being involved anyway. And I hope we're not keeping you from anything too important. Unless you work in a hospital or something, then get back to saving lives. But other than that, yeah, thanks for joining us. Okay, don't worry about that question, guys. Just a little bit of a glitch on there. It was false for anyone that's bothered. It wasn't. Brad Friedel. Finish the sequence. Vince Grella, Radoslav Petrovic, Jordan Rhodes, and is it Martin Samuelson, Peter Whittingham, Danny Graham, or Harry Chapman? Finish the sequence. Vince Grella, Radoslav Petrovic, Jordan Rhodes, or Martin Samuelson, Peter Whittingham, Danny Graham, and Harry Chapman. I'll give you gents a little bit of time to think about it, and then we'll discuss. Okay. Ryan, have you got any early thoughts on this? What do you think the theme is?
Do you want me to say what I think it is?
Yeah, sure thing.
So I think it's the number 11 shirt that Rovers players have held. And I'm drawn to Martin Samuelson. I think he did wear the number 11 when he was with us.
Okay.
I think Whittingham and Chapman are a bit later. It's just whether Danny Graham snuck in there with a number 11 shirt just after Rhodes went. I'm not sure. That's my only doubter. So I've locked in Samuelson now. I've gone with my gut.
Fair enough. Jacob, what have you locked in?
I likewise did think it was number 11, but I know Danny Graham was number 10, so I didn't think he was in, and I wouldn't have had a clue what Samuelson's shirt was, so I went with Harry Chapman because I do believe in the League One season he was number 11.
Good stuff. Okie dokie. And we'll wait for answers to come in. 16 have already answered. Around 20 seconds left if you've not, so get your answer in. If you're just joining us and you fancy playing along just for a bit of fun, 859-8923 is the pin. You need to go to www.kahoot.it or download the app to play along. Okay. 6-7 seconds left. Okay. The answer to the question, and Ryan, you were right, it was Martin Samuelson. Came on loan from West Ham around the same time, or I think around the same time as Daniil Henry, centre-back, who headed the ball onto Rhodes' foot for a winner against Bolton, which was very entertaining. Martin Samuelson, I haven't really got many stories for. Not really a player that sticks in the memory very much. He didn't particularly excel here, but he did wear the number 11 shirt. All Rover Asia moves into first spot. A little bit of movement. Happy Place, which we know is El Scotti, moves into fourth. Dunn was onside in fifth. And Ryan, you're in third there. You're still on the leaderboard, mate.
Cool.
Good stuff. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, Adam Armstrong, Harry Chapman, and Joe Rothwell have all played for which other club? Adam Armstrong, Harry Chapman, and Joe Rothwell have all played for which other club? Is it Oxford United, Bolton Wanderers, Barnsley, or Newcastle United? Harry Chapman, Adam Armstrong, Joe Rothwell. They've all played for the same club, but which club is it? Jacob, do you know it?
No, another guess. I'm just wondering whether some of these clubs they may have played for in their youth, maybe when they were like 14, 15 or something, because I know we signed Rothwell from Oxford. Armstrong was obviously from Newcastle, but had a long stint at Bolton. And Chapman, we got from Middlesbrough, weren't it? But I don't know where he was on loan before that. So,
Ryan, do you know it?
I don't know it. I've gone Barnsley as a bit of a left field choice. I've got a feeling Harry Chapman might have had a spell at Barnsley. And then I'm just going on the basis that Armstrong, very young, might have had a spell at Barnsley. I've just got no recollection of Rothwell at Barnsley. So it's a bit of a punt.
Okay.
I've also went Barnsley. It's, like you say, a bit of an outlier choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Newcastle, that's where we got Adam Armstrong from. And Chapman we got from Middlesbrough, but we know that's kind of up that way. So there's definitely some merit to that. And I think Barnsley as well. Although, to be fair, I don't think I would know straight away the answer to this question either. I mean, I do know the answer because, as per, I'm the quiz master and I can see it. It's awesome. But I don't think I would if I wasn't cheating. Okay. So a few more seconds until we find out the correct answer. Yeah, you were along the right lines, guys. Barnsley's the correct answer. Adam Armstrong kind of first made his proper name at Barnsley. He scored that amazing solo spin goal.
It was, yeah.
It was
Preston, yeah.
Yeah. And Chapman and Rothwell also played there. I think Chapman played there on loan as well. I can't remember though. Yep, 3 went wrong with Newcastle, 2 go wrong with Bolton, and 2 go wrong with Oxford United. Okay. So doesn't really affect the leaderboard much, and we'll move on to our next question. Okay, true or false? The first goal of the Tony Mowbray era came from Derek Williams. True or false? First goal of the Tony Mowbray era came from Derek Williams. Thinking back to when Tony Mowbray first arrived, which was the 2016-17 season. In our quiz the other day, we kind of uncovered and remembered that Derek Williams won the Player of the Year award that year, as voted for by the fans, and got the trophy. I've forgotten the name for that trophy now. I know that the Player of the Year and the Goal of the Year have names, don't they? But yeah, so Derek Williams did win that, but did he score the first goal of Tony Mowbray's tenure at the club? Jacob, do you know this answer off the top of your head?
No, I do remember Mowbray's first match was away. I think it was anyway, and I believe it was a draw. So won't have been there for it. But I can only remember a handful of Derek Williams goals off the top of my head. So, but then it's making me think because it's Derek Williams. Is it true? Because it's a bit of a player that's kind of out there. It's not like it was a goal scorer, is he? So,
okay, Ryan.
I was at this game. It was Burton Albion away. I got a parking ticket that game, which was brilliant because I parked where everyone else parked, and about 10 of us got a parking ticket, so that was nice. I don't think it was Williams. I don't know if this went down as an own goal, actually. I think it might have been from a corner, and I don't know if it flicked off someone at the other end. It was quite hard to see. So maybe because of that, I've not recognised this goal in my head as Williams. But it's certainly something quite scrappy from a corner. It's just whether Williams got the final touch.
So have you gone true or false?
False. I've gone on the basis of own goal.
Right. Okay. Well, we're about to find out the correct answer, which is false. And Ryan, I tell you what, if there was an ability to put on a long-winded answer, you'd be bang on here. It was an own goal from Burton Palmer. I tell you what, though, when you attend the game, you do just remember a little bit more about it, don't you? You know.
Well, it was Mowbray's first game, and Burton Albion's quite a unique stadium, isn't it? And I got a parking ticket, so there's lots of things to remember that game by. Yeah,
I mean, I can't remember. Did Jacob Davenport play for Burton in the year that we went down, or did he play there that game? I can't remember. I know he played there for a time. Was he there then?
I don't recall seeing Davenport that day. There was certainly Mahoney that game because we were quite excited about him coming on second half, and he was right in front of us because of that tight ground coming towards that end. So I think there was definitely excitement about Mahoney. I don't recall Davenport. I think he signed the season after.
Well, yeah, I think
you mean
Davenport
for Burton?
Played for Burton when we were in
Burton.
For Burton, yeah.
Sorry, I don't recall. I can't remember Davenport sticking out really. Yeah,
I think Davenport signed for them then. Ryan, you move up into second, happy place into third. All Rover Asia maintains top spot with 7-3-7-2. Moving on to our next question. Okay, who am I? The quicker you answer, the better. It's a picture question, so it's going to be revealed slowly. The quicker you can get your answer in, the more points you will get. I think we're looking for either both names or just last name, so either or. Who am I? Using the picture that's being revealed. Ryan, do you know it?
I do, and I'm going to go deliberately slow just to get myself down that leaderboard a little bit. This guy came with a big reputation, and I think he just flattered to deceive a little bit. Got a few goals, but didn't really do what we needed him to do.
See, this is one of those where if I was playing along, I just wouldn't know because it's from before my time. Jacob, are you in that boat?
Oh yeah, definitely. This is like just after the Premier League winning season, isn't it? CIS. So
well, a bit after that, isn't it?
It's 97, 98. That kind
Is it
of era.
really?
Yeah.
I thought it was a little bit later than that. Fair enough. I thought this was more kind of like after promotion back. I'm obviously getting my sponsors mixed up in my mind.
You're getting mixed up with Yordi, who signed after we got promoted back.
God's sake. Oh, dear.
Yeah,
oh,
there
he is. Christ's sake.
No, I remember my granddad has this shirt and he were going around that time. So, yeah.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. 13
I've
of
submitted
us
now.
It's
right in.
So far. I think we've stumped a few people with this one.
If ever you want to see like classic Rovers games on Sky Sports, there's always one. There's a 4-3 loss at home to Leeds in this season, and all 7 goals were scored in the first half. And
Brilliant.
he scored in this game.
Okay, so the correct answer. There you go. Ryan, how do you say this? I want to get my pronunciation right.
Martin Darlene.
Darlene. Okay. So let's add quick maths. 5 + 3 is 8, unless I'm being thick. So 8 of us go right. BRFC makes a climb back up into third, having led the way for a little while. Rover Asia still in first position. Ryan, you're on a hot streak.
I know. I need to put the flames out, don't I?
Next question. Who am I? The quicker you answer, the better. Picture's going to be revealed. If you can get it in faster than other people, you'll get more points than them. Who am I? I mean, not me. My name's on the screen. Who's the person in the picture, should I say? If you put Joe Harvey, then that's funny, but not right. Okay.
Oh, it's Jacob's favourite player.
It's not Corey Evans. What are you on about?
Oh, great. This was obviously before he did a parody of Lost and grew out his hair. This is 16-17, Daft Better year.
Is that Danny Guthrie?
Side in the background. Who's that other player in the background there?
I think it's I think it might be Gordon Greer.
Gordon?
Oh,
God. I think I remember it might have been in the League One year or the first year back in the Championship. We did kind of like a Christmas slash also like Muslim holiday, like for Eid thing at Ewood Park outside the Darwin end, and Tony Mowbray appeared and stuff. And I remember, I didn't go, but I remember on social media, they were like, oh, there's a special guest here. And Gordon Greer had just like turned up and was just like there with the kids as like a dad. And the media team were like, oh yeah, Gordon Greer. And I'm just imagining like Ryan Grant, who'll have been on social media at the time, going, who? Sorry, who's that? Oh, Gordon Greer. He was here as a youngster, wasn't he, when he was much younger, and then came back later on with the likes of Wes Brown and God.
Like a retirement home that season, weren't we?
I mean, anybody who says that we didn't deserve to go down that year with players like that in the squad, shocking. Of course, the correct answer was Sam Gallagher. You could have had S. Gallagher, no space Gallagher, or Gallagher, or Sam Gallagher. Only 11 of us managed to get that right. That seems really low. I'm surprised that people have managed to get that one wrong. Maybe people jumping the gun trying to get more points. Happy Place moves up into third. All Rover Asia still in first. And Ryan, your hot streak just won't dissipate. Okay, who am I or who is this? The quicker you answer, the better. Same as the last ones. The picture's going to reveal itself. More points for the fastest answers. Who is this player? Seemingly in a Rovers kit, crowd in the background. It's all we know so far. Crown paint. Okay. Squad number should hopefully help people with this one. Pretty much the full picture's been revealed now. From what I can see, and I'm totally guessing, and let me know if I'm wrong, I'm saying this is at Wolves Stadium.
That's what I think as well.
Do you think? I don't think Blackpool have a double tier, do they?
No, actually they don't. Sorry. No, it isn't Blackpool. Yeah.
Is there anybody else with yellow seats? I know that the KCOM has black seats, so it's definitely not Hull.
I think this is Survival Sunday, isn't it?
Is it?
Could be. He scored that day.
Yeah, but was that a Crown Paints year? Did we have that sponsor then? Maybe we did. I think it might be. What a game that was. What a game that was, by the way.
Yeah.
I think this was the year as well where he had a lot of off-the-field problems, and I remember a goal at Newcastle that he scored where his celebration was quite aggressively and non-jokingly shoving other players around and not wanting to celebrate and whatnot. And I'm 99% sure that was the game where Joey Barton punched Morten Gamps Pedersen in the stomach to get himself a suspension. And it was just all over Sky Sports, and it was just shocking. Proper gut punch. But in general, this chap here is not just a Rovers legend, but also a bit of a legend in the game for what he's done after leaving football. We're going to reveal, obviously, in a few seconds who this is, but he's kind of moved on to focusing on racism in football and helping with Kick It Out and things like that. So Jason Roberts obviously played for Rovers, bit of a legend at Wigan, and I think finished his career at Reading, didn't he? I think around 2013, I think he packed in. But quite an important player for us for a period, and a decent player, really. Yeah. So... yeah, Michael Pearson says it was Survival Sunday at Wolves. And we've got an interview with him on roverschat.com if you want to go and check it out. BRFC climbs into third, happy place down one. Dunn was onside in fifth. Ryan, your hot streak is still there, only 800 or so, or 700 or so points behind All Rover Rager in first. Okay, next question. Who am I? The quicker you answer, the better you will score. We all know the drill by now. The picture's going to reveal itself. The quicker you can answer, the more points you're going to get. Picture's revealing itself now. It's a player in a Rovers kit. I don't think there's much more to tell from that yet. We haven't got a number or a game to go off. This is going to be a difficult one. We've got a full face now, though, so those of you of a certain age should know this one. Jacob, I'm looking at you. Do you know it straight away?
I feel like I know who it is.
Okay.
I think.
Don't say that, Jacob.
I know who this player is because this player was an absolute legend to me because a woman who lived around the corner was a physiotherapist who worked at Arsenal and managed to get a signed shirt from this guy sent to me, which is still in my cupboard about 10 metres over there. So an absolute legend, in my opinion, and one of the players that massively helped me fall in love with football. This was around the time where I first started going religiously as a season ticket holder as well. So I'm a massive fan of this guy. Ryan, do you have fond memories of this player?
Yeah, I do. He came with a really big reputation, and it was a bit of a coup for us to sign him when we did. And I remember myself latching onto him. I was probably in my early 20s, maybe at the time, because we had those like stellar players like Bellamy and Santa Cruz and McCarthy, and then we just seemed to like have no one who you could really think of in the same light. But this guy, I just kind of latched onto because I just loved his work rate, loved the fact he'd been at us for ages, loved his all-round contributions. So, yeah, he ended up becoming a bit of a favourite player for me as well. I've not clicked submit yet, by the way, because I want to move down this leaderboard. So people, please get this right.
I think you get a significant amount of extra points for being on your hot streak.
I'll have to spell it wrong.
So I don't think your tactic's going to work there. Of course, as is about to be revealed, the answer to this question is Mr. Brett Emerton, with Rovers from 2003 to 2011, joined from Feyenoord, and as you say, in my opinion, a club legend. pretty close to being here for 10 years. Jacob, did we go right on that one?
I did, yeah.
Awesome. Doesn't really affect the leaderboard too much, so we'll move on to the next question. Okay. Who am I? I'm a former Rovers player who's played with Barry Bannon, Jay Spearing, and Nathan Delfonso. Who am I? I'm a former Rovers player who's played with Barry Bannon, Jay Spearing, and Nathan Delfonso. Two of those players, of course, have featured for Rovers. I always forget which season it was, but I know the kit that we were in, which was the Zebra Claims lime green kind of away kit year, where Jay Spearing was with us. Where did he score a goal? Was it Leeds? I think he managed to get a goal in a 3-0 win there. Just the most random of places for him to get one. That was the game, I think, where Tom Kearney got the first, and then and then I think Chris Brown with a really nice assist, a really good cross for Jordan Rhodes in one of his best games for Rovers, actually, at Leeds away, and a 3-0 win. We had a lot of good times at Leeds away around that period. Really, I think we beat them on New Year's Day. We had that game where Craig Conway scored 17 seconds in, which we went out to win, and then the 3-0, of course, Zebra Claims year. So we had a lot of luck at Leeds there. But yeah, so back to this actual question and not focusing on Jay Spearing, who is not really that memorable of a player. Barry Bannon and Nathan Delfonso. Ryan, do these players help?
Well, there's an Aston Villa connection between Bannon and Delfonso, but then there's a Bolton connection between Delfonso and Spearing. So I can't pluck anyone from my memory. But I can tell a funny story about that Leeds game that you were just referencing.
Go on, mate.
Literally one of the worst games of my life, because my mate is my good mate is a Leeds fan, and he won a Holland's Pie competition for Leeds Blackburn tickets, but in the home end. And so I said, oh, yeah, I'll come in the home end with you. I'll keep you company. We won 3-0. I'm in that upper tier at Ellen Road, and I can do sod all about us winning 3-0. Horrible game.
The answer to this question was Alex Baptiste, who currently plays with Delfonso at Bolton. And yeah, the other two players are from... So Jay Spearing is from his time with us. And then Barry Bannon, I can't actually remember. I did write this question, but he played with him, I think, if I remember rightly, let me just quickly check. I think he played with him when Barry Bannon was at... where was Barry Bannon? I can't actually remember now off the top of my head, but they played together. And I'd be able to find out for proof, but they did. But that shows you how tough a question that was, because I couldn't remember where I'd got that one from. So yeah, difficult. If people get them.
3 players though play for Blackpool, so I was thinking maybe it's something to do with that.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Who am I? I'm a former Rovers player who's played with Jimmy Bullard, Leighton Baines, and Yakubu. I'm a former Rovers player who's played with Jimmy Bullard, Leighton Baines, and Yakubu. Now, straight away, Jimmy Bullard only screams one club to me. There are 2 really that you would resonate him with, but given Leighton Baines' attachment straight after him, I'm straight away thinking my hometown of Wigan for those 2 players. And then obviously you've got Yakubu, who kind of has been around the block a little bit, been at quite a few different clubs, and he's one of them who seemed to be 34 for about 6 years. A little bit like Luis Suarez and who else was there? There's been loads. I mean, Diego Costa's been claiming to be 30 years old for however long, and mental. But I think Yakubu was one of them too. Ryan, any fond memories from any of the players there? Yakubu?
Yakubu, I mean, I've never seen a guy on a football pitch move so little. That guy's work rate was a disgrace. Just honestly, the guy didn't move. But I tell you what, when that ball was in the box and it came to him, he could finish. He was just the strangest player I've ever seen. And I don't know if
He's like a Premier League class Akinfenwa in a way.
Oh,
really.
my days. Have you ever seen that video of him at Coventry where a fan has taken it from the front row and it shows like all of the other 21 players, so including the 2 goalies, are moving up and down with the attacks on this pitch. Yakubu literally rotates on a 10-yard radius on the halfway line. It's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, what a finisher for us, and a shame we didn't stay up with those goals.
Yeah, frustrating. He scored. I think he scored some goals that were important. He was in our quiz the other day. Obviously, I mean, he scored 4 against Swansea. I don't think a Rovers player has managed to get 4 in a game since him. The answer to the question was Jason Roberts. Of course, the Bullard and Baines links are from Wigan, and then Yakubu at Reading. That's where that came from. Did any of you manage to get that?
No.
BRFC did manage it. Good stuff. Moves up into second, overtakes Ryan. Ryan's lost his hot streak. Okay, solve this anagram. I'm not going to read the anagram out. Have a look at it for yourself. Quicker you get this answer in, the more points you are going to get.
I think we might as well have signed Under Ephraim as our central midfielder when we got relegated, given how this guy played for us.
Under Ephraim, I think that would probably be kind of a Nigerian central midfielder, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Who'd maybe come from somewhere in France or something like that. If this was a real player, this kind of name is like a regen name on Football Manager, isn't it? Has anybody been? Do you play Football Manager? Has anyone got the beta for Manager 21?
No, kids swallow my time, I'm afraid. So Football Manager is one of those things that's off the conveyor belt at the moment.
Jacob, you ever played Football Manager?
No, but a lot of my mates do, and I've always thought about getting it, but I know FIFA's made some changes towards it this year in their career modes.
Wow. There's no comparison for me, and I'm saying that as an EA employee. I think Football Manager is an awesome game. But yeah, this year's game is awesome, and I got a regen this year with a similarly weird name straight away in my youth intake for the under-18s, who's gone straight to the top. So we're having a great time in the Premier League. Rovers have won the UEFA Cup already, so yeah, a bit more fun online than we are in real life. 14 of us have managed to get this so far. 25 seconds left. If you've not yet answered the question, now's the time to do it.
I can't get Under Ephraim out of my head now. I'm never going to look at him in the same light.
Under. See, I'd have gone for like Yundana or something like that. I don't know if Under's a bit too simplified for how that's spelled, maybe.
Yun Ephraim. I don't know.
Okay.
Answers on a postcard.
Of course, the real answer is much more English. It's Danny Murphy. 12 of us go right. Let's see if it's affected the leaderboard at all. It has. BRFC doesn't go right there. Ryan, you overtake. Dunn was onside up into 4th. All Rover Asia maintains top spot. Okay. Who am I? I'm a former Rovers player who's played with Frank Lampard, Paul Robinson, and Danny Murphy, who we've just discussed. So again, this can be somebody who's played with these players at any time in their career and at any level. So think it through. Try not to worry too much about club and etc. etc.
Does this include for country?
Right. Okay. Just quickly before anybody answers, you definitely need to write the full name for this one. Not just the last name, the full name, if you do get this right. Yeah, this could be for club, country. It could be at youth level. It could be anywhere. So, yeah. Definitely need a full name answer on this question to get it right. And I'm pre-warning you now in case anybody only puts a surname and gets frustrated. Ryan, do you know it?
No. I'm trying to pluck this from somewhere.
Okay, well, I think what we'll do with 45 or so seconds left to answer, I will give you the clue that this definitely relates to international. So these are all English players. and bear in mind that we're talking senior and youth, and this is a former Rovers player that we're talking about. So Rovers, England, potentially young from time in the youth team there. So yeah, have a think about it. And remember, we need a full name, not just a last name, to get the correct answer here.
I don't think you've helped me.
Jacob, do you know it?
No, but I've gone with a guess.
What
That's
have you guessed?
I went for David Dunn, just banking on the fact I may have played with Frank Lampard in that England appearance.
Well, it's a great guess because it's the correct answer, mate. David Dunn played with Lampard, Robinson, and Danny Murphy, and it looks like you're the only person that went for it. So, Jacob, it's awesome stuff. You don't affect the leaderboard, probably down to the poor answers early on. But yeah, great guess. Played with those three players for England under 21s at the European Championships in 2000. Okay, order these players by the amount of Premier League appearances for their club, for our club, sorry. Largest to smallest, so most appearances to least appearances. Order these players by their amount of Premier League appearances for us. So we've got Gary Flitcroft, Lucas Neal, Stuart Ripley, and Tim Flowers. Quite a few answers coming in already. Ryan, are you going to be guessing on this, or do you think you've got a good idea?
So, to help all of you youngsters out, the Premier League used to have 42 games a season, from 94, 95 backwards. So, Ripley and Flowers might have racked up a few that way. So I'm using that. And
I can confirm. Well, I can confirm the answer in a second. Actually, nobody's managed to get it. Lucas Neal was the most in 188. What I was going to say is that this is really tight. Ripley on 187, one behind. Flitcroft on 186, one behind him, and then Flowers on 177. So there you go. But yeah, Lucas Neal 188. That was a tough one, and nobody's managed to get it, so it will not affect our leaderboard. All Rover Asia still in first, so we'll move on to our fourth and I don't know what the wording is for that. 4 questions left. Okay, who am I? I'm a current Rovers player who has played with Paul Pogba, Danny Guthrie, and Bradley Dack. I am a current Rovers player who has played with Paul Pogba, Danny Guthrie, and Bradley Dack.
I think this may be my favourite player.
Do you reckon you know it then, guys?
Yeah. I'm just delaying my answer.
Jacob, may as well answer now, mate. Try and climb a little bit.
Yeah.
Need to make up for the poor start, don't I?
Oh, yeah. What was it, 5 wrong at the start? Or 4?
Yeah, something like that.
Crikey. Yeah, this one's a little bit of a naughty one as well. This is a player that played in a squad with Paul Pogba, but wasn't really an influential player in that team. This player has a Premier League winners' medal, though. There's a little bit of trivia for you. And the reasoning for that basically is it's not just about whether you play, it's about if you appear on the bench. And this player basically appeared for the regulation amount of time as a bench player without making a single appearance for this team and picked up a Premier League winners' medal. And a little hint, his brother also has one. Okay, about 15 seconds left on this. 13 answers already in. 14, I make that now. Not long to go if you've not already answered, so do get your answer in. Not long to go. Only 4 questions. Can All Rover Asia hold on to the lead and win a £20 gift voucher for 6yardsout.com? Correct answer to this question, of course, is brother of Johnny, Corey Evans, who is a current Rovers player. And only 5 of us managed to get Corey Evans here, despite the help with the clues. And there you have it. BRFC retains the lead after losing it early on. Oh, Rover Asia down into second. Won't be happy with that. Happy place up into fourth. Ryan, you're still there in the top three. Pretty impressive, given you the fact that you're delaying yourself. And Dunn was onside makes up the top five. Okay, third to last question now. All of these have been part of a Champions League final squad, but which of these players has never won the Champions League? So Michel Salgado, Gael Givet, Roque Santa Cruz, and Wes Brown have all played in Champions League finals. 3 of them have won the Champions League. 1 of them hasn't. We're looking for the player that hasn't won the Champions League. There's only one from those 4. Which one of them hasn't, basically? This isn't an easy one. I'm not going to ask the guys to give me their thoughts on this because I think most people will be guessing on this one. And I don't want to give away too much given that we're so close to the end. So I can tell you, of course, who these guys reached the final with. So Gael Givet reached the final with Monaco. Wes Brown reached the final with United. Salgado reached the final with Real Madrid. And Roque Santa Cruz reached the final with somebody who I cannot see in front of me. I don't have that one. If somebody does know the answer to that, let me know in the comments.
Who did you say? Sorry,
I don't know.
who? Which player?
Santa Cruz, Bayern Munich.
Bayern, yeah, Bayern.
The gods
Sorry,
above have let me know. Roque Santa Cruz did reach the final, but which of those 3 won it and which one didn't is the actual question here. Confident, Jacob?
I think so. When was Santa Cruz with Bayern? I'm interested.
2001.
Did he play around that?
Yeah.
We could just hum for an hour. That could be the final part of this quiz. Just all of us going, Okay, 5 seconds left. The correct answer, the player that sadly didn't win the Champions League despite reaching the final, was Gael Givet. Reached the final in 2004 with Monaco, but didn't win. Wes Brown won it with United in 2008, Salgado with Madrid in 1999 and 2002, and Santa Cruz in 2001. 4 of us go wrong, 11 of us go right. Has it affected the leaderboard? Has BRFC held on to top spot? Certainly has. Dunn was onside, makes it into 4th. Ryan's in 3rd, or Rover Asia in 2nd. Let's move on to our second to last question. Solve this anagram. Wordings on screen. We've got a first name and a last name. Former Rovers player here. Ryan's laughing, so I think he knows it.
This guy came with a good reputation as well. I was really disappointed with how this guy turned out.
Whenabouts was this? Because I really know the name, but I don't really remember it.
I remember seeing him away at Hull in the season that they got promoted. So it's the first, so it would have been like 13, 14. Because Hull got promoted when we were already there. Then Hull got relegated. We got relegated. It's that first season that Hull got promoted back when they were really good. And I think we lost 2-0 away at Hull. It was like 13-14 season. I remember seeing this guy and I was really disappointed.
Okay, Ryan, seeing as you know the answer to this, have you seen Dan's message in the group chat?
Let me have a look.
No, don't look.
Oh, no, I've not. No.
Right, okay. We obviously just found out that Givet lost the Champions League final in 2004. He lost that game with Monaco. Do you know the Rovers player that played on the other team that did win the Champions League that year?
That's got to be Benny.
It certainly has. That's
Benny
fast
McCarthy.
as well. Benny McCarthy with Porto in 2004. And can you name the other player that played with Givet at Monaco in 2004?
Flipping hell. Rovers player.
Former Rovers player played in that same game.
It's not me, man, Shabani Nonda.
It's Shabani Nonda. He also played with Givet and lost that final.
Shabani.
Brilliant. Okay, 10 answers in. I feel like this one might have stumped some people. This guy was born in The Hague. Former Netherlands player came on loan from Manchester City. Of course, Karim Rekic. Only 4 of us get it right. I'm really loving these questions that are ungoogleable. I think it's really showing who's telling the truth and who's being naughty. So let's see. Has it affected the leaderboard? It has. All Rover Asia back on top. Ryan into second. BRFC didn't know it. Down into third place. Okay, here we go. Who has more appearances for Rovers? Is it Elliot Bennett or Darragh Lenihan? Now, if you were listening and paying attention, you'll know how many appearances Elliot Bennett has made for Rovers.
Bennett was top of that list before, weren't he? Out of the 4 options.
I'm saying nothing.
Without that, he was top of the list under Tony Mowbray.
That's true. I don't know how much Lenihan played before Mowbray, really, though. Not that much, anyway. Not a lot.
Because Lambert signed Bennett. That was one of the few players we actually paid money for around that time.
Yeah.
I think Lenihan broke into the team under Lambert, though, didn't he?
Yeah, but I think our, in 16, 17, for example, the most common partnership was Mulgrew and Greer. So I don't know how many games he was maybe coming on in or something like that, but I wouldn't say he was like a regular starter.
No, not by any means.
I mean, early on, he was like a defensive midfielder, wasn't he? A bit like Phil Jones early on when he first came through.
Yeah, that's why he first started when Lambert was playing.
Okay, quite a few answers coming in here. I can tell you it's quite close. It's within 7. Within 7 appearances, these two are apart. 15 answers in. Probably waiting on a couple more. 20 seconds left, so get your answer in now if you haven't already. Yeah, the answer's Elliot Bennett on 184, Lenihan on 177. Okay, we're going to look at the leaderboard for one last time. Ryan, you're top, right? And seriously, you have been delaying your answers.
Yeah.
He has been delaying them, so, nobody can accuse cheating here. I can promise you that there's only me that can see these answers, by the way. Before we move on, we're moving on to our last question of the quiz now. Obviously, the winner of the quiz will receive a voucher for 6yardsout.com. But before everybody does kind of go and leave us, we've got a round of Pointless at the end. Get involved with that, because we have a bit of fun with it and getting comments and stuff. Do us a favour, if you're not following Rovers Chat on Twitter, please do. And if you're not subscribed on YouTube, subscribe over there. And we just want to thank everybody for joining us for the final time for the quiz in the kind of lockdown international break period. We've enjoyed doing them. We've had a few technical issues along the way, but I think it's provided a little bit of entertainment for us all. And we've had a few different guests involved, and I've been happy to host them. We've got, obviously, loads of things coming up. We've got pre-match stream against Luton at the weekend and a post-match stream as well. And Andy Watson has got a really great stats show lined up with Blades Analytics, who, if anybody knows them, that's quite a coup for us. In general, check out the website, see what's going on. We've got loads of content going out at the minute, so please do support the channel. All of us, and most especially Dan, who is the god above that we always reference, work really hard. So, yeah. So we're going to move on to the last question now. Good luck to everybody who's playing along. £20 get the voucher up for grabs. Here we go with the last question.
Is Ryan going to get a new mug?
Okay. Who interestingly said when he signed for Rovers, yeah, he's brilliant, man. Was that Paul Taylor, Chris Brown, or Luke Varney? Which player said that when he signed for Rovers? Yeah, it's brilliant, man. Paul Taylor, Chris Brown, Luke Varney. Anybody popping out at you there, Jacob? Oh, dear.
I hope that one of the other two got this right.
Oh. Okie dokie.
Is Ryan getting himself the Rovers away mode?
I was literally about to say, Joe.
Okay, a bit of a technical issue with that last question. No.
Ryan.
Don't worry about it, guys. It's the last one as well.
I was literally about to say to you, you could have picked a question I could deliberately get wrong, because I could have guessed the right answer then. I'd have just let it go. And it's not me.
Okie dokie. So BRFC, you are the winner of this week's quiz. All over Asia, you took it quite far. Unlucky, mate. Both of you got 14 out of 30 right, but it all comes down to speed in the end. So BRFC, do reveal yourself. Tell us who you are. Get in the comments and let us know. But you are the winner. So DM Rovers Chat on Twitter and let us know who you are, and then we can sort out your prize. Let's move on to our final pointless round before we nod to Saturday and finish things up for the evening. Ryan, Jacob, are you excited for pointless?
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. So Ryan, you won last time with our first round. So the first round's theme was players to score a goal under Tony Mowbray at Rovers. Now, the final round that we're going to do today, and again, we're going to do 2 each for this one, players to play in the Premier League for Rovers since 2000-2001. So I'm 99% sure, and I will confirm it with Dan, that includes the 00-01 season as well, and not just since then. So I think it's since that season and beyond. Okay. So basically, we're looking for a pointless answer for anyone that's not seen Pointless before. If you can't get a pointless answer, we're looking for the lowest answer that you can get. So obviously, if you got 1, brilliant. And basically, we'll double both your answers to get a final score. And if it's lower than the other person's, you're going to win the round overall. Jacob, I'm going to start with you this time. I'm going to get both of you to go through who you're going to go for your first round pick before we have a look at your answers, just for fairness. So, Jacob, who are you thinking for players to play in the Premier League for Rovers since 2000-2001?
Oh, God. I mean, my times were post-Premier League, so kind of struggling with like an obscure answer, to be honest with you. I'd probably have to go with Matt Derbyshire. Don't even think that's really obscure, to be honest. But
I think we've got to bear in mind, obviously, that there will be, let's say there's a squad of 30 and there's a difference of 5 players per season. Over that kind of 10-year period, you're talking 15 new players. So the chances that somebody said your player is quite slim, really, if you think about it. So obviously we gave a bunch of people, so people at home and also contributors to Rovers Chat, the chance to answer this question. So we've got a bit of a survey. And in some ways, we saw with the last one, Tosin Adarabayo was there, but he was a player that was quite influential last year. So it's not necessarily just the most obscure. It's also ones that people just wouldn't think, maybe because of position or something like that. Ryan, what are you thinking?
I've got to be a man of my honour, haven't I? It's got to be Yordi. I've got to say Yordi.
See, I feel like you've mentioned him so often that people will be thinking, oh, yeah, Yordi.
Well, let's test it.
I would love it if Yordi is like a 99 answer, because you've made him famous again.
Well, even better.
Yeah, definitely. If we can get Yordi on the show, I think that would be epic. I think that's your next task as a Rovers Chat contributor, to try and get us an interview with Yordi. We could do all the Spanish, so we could do Yordi, Ruben Rashina, and Michelle Salgado in one kind of podcast, something like that. I think that'd be great. I think Ruben Rashina would get involved. He's always tweeting about Rovers.
Yeah,
he loves it. He was one of them, though, wasn't he? He was. I think much like Formica, he signed for 450,000, and the agent's fee was 1.6 million or something ridiculous. Jerome Anderson hero, wasn't he? But I was a big fan of him, and he reminds me a lot of kind of what you see now with Elliot, Rothwell, Holtby. It's kind of that. At the time, he was just such a wavelength above everybody else, and people couldn't get there with him, could they? He didn't have anybody to link up with. You know, he was always doing things that nobody else could understand. But I was a big fan of Ruben. And to be fair, there's not many Spanish players that have played for Rovers that have been rubbish. Not that there's loads of them. Any fond memories of any Spanish players, Jen?
I remember Jordi Gomez, who we got on loan for a little bit. Scored some nice free kicks for us. But other than that, he kind of went missing in some games, didn't he? But,
yeah, I think he got a goal in his debut at Borough, didn't he?
Oh, I'm not sure about that, but
yeah,
I just remember some of his free kicks. They were very nice. A bit Charlie Mulgrew-esque, because was he left-footed, if I remember right?
Yeah, there was a key one against MK Dons, wasn't there? I always tell a story about that one where this little lad, he could only have been like 6 or 7 years old, and we sit in the riverside, and obviously it's custom that you go and stand at the bottom near the end, just because everybody does it. And we're stood there, and it's 2-2, and to be fair, it was a bit of a we needed to win the game. It was a bit of a 6-pointer at the time, and this lad turns around and he was with his grandma, and he says, "Do you think he'll score?" And she says, "No, don't get your hopes up." And this lad, he looked really sad, and I said, "Don't worry, mate, he'll score this. He's gonna score. Do you reckon?" Yeah. So he's trying to see, and he can't see, and he's making his way to the front, and he steps up and puts it in, and this lad turns around, and he's almost in tears, 6 or 7 years old, and I just thought, come on, have that negative woman. And she was just like, "Oh my God, you called it." And I was like, "Yeah. I mean, fancy telling a 6-year-old, no, don't get your hopes up." It's a great free kick, though, to be fair. Okay. I think we're just waiting for Pointless to be ready. Shouldn't be too long now.
It's all the thrill of the order, you see. I've broken it.
The thrill of Yordi. I would imagine that sentence has never been uttered in the history of the human race before. I don't think anybody's ever referred to Yordi as a thrill.
Maybe he's
How dare you? How dare you?
Okay, just waiting for Pointless. So again, obviously, don't forget we're going to be back on Saturday. Pre-match, post-match streams for Luton. I'll be honest, and a little bit of a hint to how I'll be on that. I'm not particularly positive about it. I've got a feeling that we're going to lose a few players. We've already lost Nyambe to injury. We've got a big round of testing on Thursday that I just think is going to ruin us. So we didn't do well at Luton last year, so I'm not feeling that positive. Ryan, are you feeling a bit more positive?
Positive in that I think we're going to have a more balanced side, I hope. If we can just have a back four that's a left back, Franklin Costello right back, a couple of centre halves, then we've got enough to hurt Luton, but I'm certainly not underestimating them. I'm certainly not subscribing to Jacob's Hall of Fame comment. Absolutely not. It'd be a tough game to win. They're resurgent, aren't they, under Jones? Yeah,
I mean, are you still as confident, Jacob, or have you kind of?
I am, yeah. I think the two results last season, I mean, the home result was a bit of a freak result, weren't it? 2-1 at home, and they were in a very poor form, needed that result, I guess. And obviously, the last game of the season, it's a consolation game. They're fighting for their life, whereas for us, it was just a nothing game, weren't it? So, no, I think people are maybe giving them too much respect, to be honest. But no, like I've already mentioned, these are the teams we've been smashing this season. So I just hope that run continues.
Okay, let's have a look. Is Matt Derbyshire a correct answer? Is it a pointless answer? Let's have a gander.
I love this.
Okay, let's find out. Have you seen you can play Pointless with an Alexa now? You can talk to your Alexa thing and play a game of Pointless. It's mental.
Really? I'm going to try that. After this, I'm going in to do it.
I don't know if you have to download an app or anything. I saw that trending on TikTok. Okay, here we go. So, Matt Derbyshire, it's a correct answer. How low is it going to go? How many people have said it? It's on its way down. It's low enough.
Oh, could be in trouble here.
Not too bad an answer. Okay, so Ryan, what was your guess?
The man, the legend that is Yordi.
Okay, let's see if your kind of PR stump for Yordi has helped or hindered you. Hindered Hildred. Okay, is it a right answer? Is it a pointless answer?
I want his celebratory picture.
Okay, it's a right answer. It's on its way down. Jacob scored 36. What can Ryan get? It's still going. It's still going.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, so Ryan 19. Not bad. Jacob 36. Ryan, a little bit like cricket, I'm going to allow you the opportunity to follow on here. If you can get a score that is, and again, quick maths in my brain, what's 36 to 19? I'm doing this in my head. Somebody help.
17. No,
Yeah.
17, sorry.
17. Yeah, God, none of us are particularly maths whiz, are we? 17 or less, and that will force a pointless answer out of Jacob. Ryan, what's your guess?
So you've helped me out a little bit by saying any fond memories of Spanish players, and it's made me just pluck one from the depths of darkness. And this guy came with a good reputation as well from Real Sociedad. Left winger, Javier de Pedro.
Okie dokie. And you confident he scored?
Did you say scored? I thought you said played.
Oh, yeah, sorry, played, yeah.
I was going to say he didn't score. I was worried then.
That would have sneaked you. Okay, sorry, say that player name again?
Javier de Pedro.
Javier de Pedro. Of course, the famous Javier de Pedro. Is it a right answer? Is it a pointless answer? We're looking for 17 or less to force a pointless answer or a victory.
Come on.
Here we go. Okay. We're on our way down. We're below 50, below 30, below 20. Okay.
9 people said.
9 people have managed it. Wow.
Out of all them players, 9 people.
Are you surprised?
Yeah.
Wow.
I totally
Okay.
forgot he existed until you just said, what other Spanish players can you remember?
Well, listen, it's not a pointless answer, but it's an answer that wins you the second game. It's much less than 17. It's 9. Yeah, I'm surprised. Jacob, we still want to see. If you can get a pointless answer here, I think we'll call this a draw because I think a pointless answer would be pretty impressive if that's not a pointless answer. What's your attempt at a pointless here?
Well, I know that we obviously had Martin Olsen, but I know we also signed Marcus Olsen as well.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering whether Marcus Olsen may have made a Premier League appearance in there somewhere. Probably didn't, but I may as well go for it because I don't feel like people would have thought that.
Okie dokie. Was it a right answer? Was it a pointless answer? Let's have a look.
No.
Ooh, dear. I've seen where that mouse might have gone. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Nothing's happening yet. Does that mean it's a wrong answer? I think that might mean it's a wrong answer, mate, unfortunately. Oh, dear. Yeah, I think he just played in the Championship for us, didn't he?
I do believe we signed him when we're in the Prem, though, I think.
Ah, fair enough. Right, I'm going to give it a go. I haven't got any answers in front of me, and I didn't do this. Oh, hang on.
Is this Marcus Olsen?
Is this for Matt? Oh, there you go. So it wasn't a wrong answer. There you go, 45. So not a pointless one. I think what's happening there as well, the quiz, when you type Olsen, it would fill both Olsens in for you. So I would imagine he's getting some Martin influence on that score there. Right. I'm going to give this a go. I haven't got any answers in front of me. So I'm going to try and think of a guess for this. But I haven't done any pre-thinking for it because I've just been put on the spot and said, should you give it a try? Oh, gosh. Players play for Rovers in the Premier League. I think I will go for... It's tough when you're answering and not asking. What was his name? There's a lad whose name I can't remember. Who? Well, it's not helpful, is it? If I can't remember his name. He scored a tap in with like his knee against Everton away. I think his name began with an O. I can't remember his name now. Chap from the Netherlands, defender. Ryan, what was his name?
Oh yeah, you're thinking Andre Uya.
Andre Uya, yeah. I'm going to go for Andre Uya. Basically, my thinking is that a double O is just not something people would think of typing. I might be well off. Let's have a look.
Oh.
39. Right, I don't know what to go for the second one. What do you think? Oh, hang on, we've got answers in. Oh, hang on, no. Oh, where are my brain? Okay. Highest scoring answers, Brad Friedel, Chris Sambaroque, Santa Cruz. Lowest scoring answers, Nick Blackman, Aaron Duran, of course, Irish legend, and Jordan Slew, who's come up in our quiz as well. I didn't think he'd been a Premier League appearance.
So I'm assuming that these lowest scoring answers are just based on what people have said, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that there is no pointless. Oh, so that's impressive. If there's no pointless answers out of everyone that we've surveyed.
Yeah, that is surprising though. I think again that probably shows you the power of Google, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Right.
Where did Hakan Unsal come?
Who?
I'm looking at Michael's comment on the comments. Think Turkish. Hakan Unsal.
Okay. I think we'll find out now. It's not pointless. I don't think from the clicking.
Oh.
Oh.
I love this.
It's on its way down. I thought that stuck at 71 then. Wow. 29.
What is going on?
Keep it PG, Ryan.
What is going on?
Should we? Oh, no. I can't believe that. I can't believe that Aaron Duran. Oh, yeah, Aaron Duran. I should have thought of that one. Right. Okay, guys, we are 1:59:06 into this stream. So we'll finish things up. We'll obviously have a reminder of our sponsors before we go. All Rovers Asia and BRFC, whoever you were. Drop us a DM on Twitter, obviously, as is mentioned in the comments. Join us on Saturday. We haven't got a confirmed time yet, but it will be advertised before Saturday as to what our pre-match and post-match timings will be. Thank you to Ryan and to Jacob for joining me today with the quiz, and thanks to everybody who did play along. I'm trying to be really professional here, like a news anchor, and play this out to exactly 2, you know, like as if we're going off to the little black and white thing spinning like it does on ITV in the top right. Okay, have a great evening, everybody, and see you later. Thanks for joining us, and out.
The Rovers Chat YouTube channel is proudly sponsored by 6yardsout.com. They've got retro football from every era with mugs, phone cases and much more. They also have plenty of Rovers goods, including apparel with the famous 94-95 season and this season's kit. Check them out using the link in the description below.